Hey, what's up guys? Ken here from Mid-Level Media, and after yesterday's bombshell announcement of Child's Play 1 through 3 coming to 4K from Scream Factory, I just thought I would get on here and talk about and speculate on what we might be seeing from Scream Factory in September and October, because that was the big August announcement, and it just got me thinking, like, if we got such a big, huge announcement, like August is not usually that big for Scream Factory. We usually get a couple of cool things here and there, but this is like a big, like this would be the biggest Scream Factory announcement of any other year, but this is in August. Like if we're getting this in August, like what are we gonna get in Scream Factory's like premiere months of September and October, where they usually drop like their huge bombshell, like bonkers announcements for the year? So yeah, I just wanted to talk about that here today. We're going to cover some stuff, and this is all stuff that, again, I don't have any insider knowledge on any of this stuff. This is all speculation at this point, but this is, we are going to cover some stuff that I do think could actually happen. Of course, all of this that we're going to cover will not happen this year. Some of it I hope will, but maybe in years to come, maybe next year, year after, some of this stuff could definitely happen, I think. So yeah, I want to get into this stuff, just stuff that could be coming to Scream Factory in September and October. Before I get into talking about this and speculating on it, I want to ask that if you are not yet a subscriber of the Mid-Level Media channel, hit the subscribe button. If you liked all this stuff behind me, Blu-rays, 4Ks, owning the movies that you love. If you love physical media, you'll love this channel. We do all kinds of content on this channel every single day. Videos that you will enjoy, I promise. So hit the subscribe button. Also, be sure to like this video and comment down below. I want to know some stuff that you want to see from Scream Factory. We're going to cover a lot of bases here today. Some stuff that they haven't done before, some stuff that they have done before that I do think would be cool if they did in 4K. We've got a lot of bases to cover here today, and I'm so excited to do it. But definitely comment down below what you would like them to do next, and also turn on those bell notifications. I want to kind of make this, you know, I don't want this to be too long, kind of casual, just talking about some stuff that, you know, just some stuff that's on my mind about Scream Factory and some of the things they could be doing in September and October. So first off, we got to talk about, we got last year, we got those gorgeous Halloween 1 through 5 4Ks. I think that it's very possible that the premiere October announcement, maybe September, because again, they announced the Halloween 1 through 5s for September last year, but they actually ended up coming out in October. They got delayed, even though everybody found them in Best Buy in September. But anyway, we got that announcement last year for September, so it could be September, could be October. I'm going to talk about these 2 months together, but Halloween Curse of Michael Myers through Halloween 2, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, could very likely be coming this October. And the reason why I think that they're going to follow up immediately with the 4Ks that they did last year, the 5, is because they very purposefully put those out to coincide with the release of Halloween Kills. I think they're going to do the exact same thing this year with Halloween Ends. Halloween is hot right now. It is smart to capitalize on that and put out the next 5 Halloween films. Curse of Michael Myers, H2O, Resurrection, Rob Zombie's Halloween, and Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 coming to 4K. I think that this is very likely. It could very possibly not happen, or maybe they don't do the Rob Zombie ones. Maybe they just do Curse through Resurrection. I don't see why they wouldn't do the Rob Zombie ones. They did them in that big 10 film collector's set. But I think that this is very possible. Now, if this happens, I don't think, I've talked about this before, I don't think this is going to be as exciting as when they did Halloween 1 through 5, because Halloween 1 through 5, there is at least 4 out of 5 of those movies that are legitimately great horror films. I would say the first 4 Halloweens are awesome. Even Halloween 3, I love Halloween 3. Halloween 5, I love as well, but I know a lot of people don't like that one. When you get into Curse and H2O, I know H2O has its fans, Resurrection, like that gets into stuff that's not necessarily the most exciting. I think they could be really cool looking in 4K, but you're talking about Resurrection in 4K, it doesn't necessarily get my blood pumping like some of the other ones do. And then you get into the Rob Zombie stuff. I'm not going to get into Rob Zombie's Halloween. I don't like that movie. You guys know that if you've been watching the channel for any length of time. Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, I think, could look pretty cool in 4K. I do enjoy that movie. I think that aesthetically, that could really pop in the 4K format. I think of all of these announcements, like if all of these came out in 4K, I think Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 might honestly be the one that I would be most excited to see in 4K, if I'm just being honest. So not necessarily the most excited to get this if it happens, but I think this is something that we kind of need just to complete this set, the collector in us. We got 1 through 5, like we need the other 5 in there. And of course we got Kills and 2018 and Ends are all going to get 4K releases from Universal. We don't have to worry about those, but we need those other ones in 4K as well. Even though I don't like all the movies, I'm going to collect them. I'm a Halloween fan. Of course, I'm going to collect all. The completionist in me will not allow me to not do that if those get released. So Halloween Curse of Michael Myers through Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, I think is very possible to be announced for this September and October from Scream Factory. Now let's get into the next one. We got to get this elephant out of the room, the Nightmare on Elm Street box set. We know they're working on it. We know this is gonna happen. There's just been too many leaks and rumors on this. Again, I don't have any insider information. Do I think this is gonna happen this year? It would be kick-ass and awesome if it's gonna happen this year. Like, to me, doing the Child's Play in August would definitely justify that placement if Nightmare was the October release. Like, because Child's Play is awesome and I'm super excited for those 3 movies, but Nightmare on Elm Street, the 7-movie collection, or 8 movies if you do Freddy, I guess 9 if you do the remake as well, but you can honestly leave that remake out of it. But the 9-film collection, Nightmare on Elm Street box set, given that Jason treatment, oh my God, that would literally light the physical media world on fire. So many people will be excited about that, myself included. I want it so bad. Do I think it's honestly coming this year? I do not. I think that maybe we could get it next year, but I honestly, and I'm going to stick to this, I've been saying it, I've been speculating on it, I am going to hold to this, that I think that they're going to do the Nightmare on Elm Street box set in 2024 to coincide with the 40th anniversary of Nightmare on Elm Street. And maybe, just maybe, they're working on a reboot. Maybe that'll be coming out. Maybe Blumhouse is doing a Nightmare on Elm Street reboot. I don't really want Blumhouse to do it, but maybe they are. And that'll coincide with that release. So maybe they have some insider knowledge on that. Who knows? But Nightmare box set, I don't think it's coming this year. Again, I could be completely wrong and they announce it, but I'm going to hold to my feeling that I really think this is coming in 2024. I don't want to wait that long, but you know, good things come to those who wait anyway. And this is going to be a great announcement. It's really going to pop everybody when this finally gets announced. But the Nightmare on Elm Street box set, I think, is coming in 2024. But it would be so awesome if it came out this year. And again, I think that the you know, Child's Play movies, that big announcement coming in August, like, you gotta wonder, again, like I said, this is the whole reason I'm making this video, you gotta wonder if they're doing that in August, because that's an October release right there. In and of itself, that would be exciting to come out in October. If they're doing it right there, they gotta be sitting on something huge, and it could be the Nightmare on Elm Street box set coming out in October. But again, I think it's gonna come out in 2024. So let's get to the next one that I think they could be doing. Now, this one would be specifically, again, I said I was talking about September and October in general and just kind of the two together. But this would be specifically for October. This would be, just because it sounds like an October title, but Trick or Treat, which is a movie that just has to be seen on Halloween. I love watching this movie on Halloween, but Trick or Treat absolutely needs a 4K. Like, this would be an awesome 4K from Scream Factory. They've been redoing a lot of their movies in 4K. I think this one would be a no-brainer to come out in October from Scream Factory on 4K. It'd be the perfect time to release a movie like this in 4K. So Trick or Treat, I would be so on board for getting a 4K for that one. I think it would look absolutely fantastic. And let's get into to the next one. Again, I said that I think that these are very possible. I don't know about this one. Again, I don't know about I don't have any insider knowledge. I don't know about the right stuff, but I looked into it a little bit before, you know, I talked about this, but The Exorcist would make an awesome box set. I know not all those movies are great, but it would be so cool to get an Exorcist box set, kind of like The Fly and The Omen, because again, you got 5 films that could go in there, but an Exorcist box set would be awesome to get. You would have all the artwork from the different movies, even though I know, guys, The Exorcist 1 and The Exorcist 3 are really the only 2 good movies, great movies actually, that would be in that set, and then the 2, you know, prequel movies, which I remember being okay. And then everybody talks shit about the second one, but it would be a cool little box set. And you guys know that even though you don't like the second one and you shit on the second one, you would buy that thing in a heartbeat. If they came out with an Exorcist box set, you know, Blu-ray doesn't have to be 4K. You know, you can wait for Warner Brothers to do The Exorcist on 4K. But I just think it would be cool. You know, they've done The Exorcist 2 and they've done The Exorcist 3 in Scream Factory from Scream Factory. So they already have those. It's just a matter of getting the rights to, you know, Dominion in the beginning and the first Exorcist film, which I don't know how how hard that would be to do. Again, they would have to work with Warner Brothers. Now with the third one, and what I was seeing in my research, is that 20th Century Fox actually did the third one. So I don't know if they could get the rights back from that because it's kind of a Disney-owned property now. I don't know how hard it would be. I don't know how hard this would be in general, but I just think that an Extras box set would be really cool. And it'd be a really cool announcement from Scream Factory. They gave it like that Fly Omen collection treatment. So let's get into the next thing. And this is something that I think is absolutely possible to happen. I don't know if it's going to be this year, and I don't know if it has to be necessarily October or September for this to happen, but Sleepaway Camp 1 through 3 on 4K absolutely needs to happen, especially considering the fact that you can't get 2 or 3 for under like $150 on eBay. So I need 2 and 3 from Scream Factory, and the only way that I'm going to be able to get them is if they re-release them in 4K. So this is more just me wanting and wishing that we get this, you know, from Scream Factory. So I don't know. I really want it. I love Sleepaway Camp 2. I love the first one too, obviously. The third one, I don't know anything about. I've heard it's not great, but I've also heard some people that are fans of it. So Sleepaway Camp 1 through 3 and 4K, I think we're absolutely going to get that. Is it going to be September and October? Is it enough to be that big announcement? I think it could be definitely make a killer September announcement, even October announcement as well. As long as something like equally as big was announced with it, it could be pretty killer. But Sleepaway Camp on 4K, we absolutely need all 3 of those in 4K for sure. And I think that Scream Factory will absolutely do it at some point. So let's get into the next one that I think that they could possibly do, and that is the Fly in 4K. Again, they've already done this incredible Fly collection. See, look at this artwork. Can't you just imagine, just replace all this imagery with images and scenes from the Exorcist films? It would just be so awesome to get it. I don't know why I want it so bad, even though I know like 3 out of 5 are not that good. But the Fly in 4K, again, you don't have to do the Fly 2. You don't have to do the Vincent Price Fly. It'd be cool if you did, but just give me the Fly in 4K. I think if anybody's going to do it, I think Scream Factory is the one to do the Fly in 4K. It is just one of those classic horror films like Poltergeist, like Exorcist, like Halloween, Shining, that needs a 4K release and immediately. So get on it, Scream Factory. The Fly would be huge if you guys announced that in 4K. So the last one that I want to talk about is one that it's a big one. And honestly, I think that something like this, I don't see how it would be possible for them to do this year and we not hear anything about it, any rumblings about it. But it would be so awesome if they drop this bombshell on us, because the work is already done for some of these. But a John Carpenter 4K box set, including all of the films you know, in the John Carpenter Scream Factory catalog in 4K. Again, they haven't done all the movies in 4K, but they have done Halloween in 4K. They've, you know, talked about doing The Fog in 4K. That would be easy for them to get because Studio Canal owns that, and they've been doing a lot of the Studio Canal stuff in 4K. Escape from New York, they just did in 4K. The Thing has a 4K from Universal, but I think that they could probably get the rights to that and maybe put it out themselves because they've had The Thing, the rights to that before. So I think they could get it back pretty easily. Prince of Darkness has been released in 4K. They Live has been released in 4K. Escape from LA has been released in 4K from Paramount. So again, the work is done. It's just a matter of getting the rights back to do Escape from LA in 4K. Now, the ones they haven't done yet is Assault on Precinct 13, Starman, which I do have right here, Body Bags, Big Trouble in Little China, In the Mouth of Madness, which is just one of John Carpenter's most underrated films of all time. Absolutely love this film. And this would make it, this is the one out of all of them that they haven't done in 4K yet, I would be the most excited for, is In the Mouth of Madness in 4K. Absolutely need to do it. You know, Vampires, Village of the Damned, just all the ones that they've done. They've done pretty much every big John Carpenter movie except for Christine. Like, that's the one that they haven't done. I don't know what the deal is there. Sony just will not let them have the rights to that one or not. But that would be so cool. Just think of that. Just think of that announcement, a John Carpenter 4K box set. And maybe it's not all 4K. Maybe they just do the ones in 4K that they've done, and then the other ones are Blu-ray. Again, I think that that would kind of be a little cheap and it'd be a little bit of a, you know, a mismatched set, you know, with some of them being Blu-ray, some of them being 4K. I think that that would definitely upset some OCD collectors. It would still be cool as hell, but it would upset some people for sure. But I just think, you know, remaster the ones in 4K, drop this announcement, and my God, the physical media world would be on fire. Like, this one would be on par to me like a Nightmare on Elm Street box set. I think Nightmare on Elm Street would garner just a little bit more excitement because a lot of those movies would be the first time getting a great transfer, and a lot of John Carpenter's movies already do have great transfers from Scream Factory. But I just think that it would be a bombshell. It would be a cool as hell announcement. Just think about all the John Carpenter movies, the whole catalog, and a 4K box set. Just visualize that in your mind right now. You're welcome, and I'm sorry at the same time that you have to think about that, and you're probably not going to get it, at least not this year. But look, this was fun. It was fun to speculate on some stuff that we could be getting in September and October. But guys, in the comment section below, I want to know your thoughts. Am I way off base here, you know, talking about some of these, or some of these, do you think some of these are a possibility to happen? You know, what are your thoughts? Leave it in the comment section below. And also leave some pics of your own that you would like Scream Factory release in this September and October. So appreciate you guys watching. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, turn on those bell notifications for all future videos, and follow me on all my social media accounts. Those links are in the description, and we'll see you next time.